What's good, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? Whit, thank you for joining. How is everyone today? Gonna say hi to a couple people. Sassy McTits, what's good? Sassy, how are you? Thank you for joining. Lightworker, what's good? Sassy, thank you as always for inviting. Hi, Dad. Hi, that's a first. Son? I don't know if that's the appropriate response there or not. How are you today? Mikey, woo woo! Mermaid Medibles, thank you for showing up as always. Thank you for swiping and inviting. You guys, thank you so much for swiping and inviting. I really do appreciate it. Sharing to Twitter, sharing to your followers here on Periscope. I really can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Tapping the screen, I love you guys. So as you guys already know, I'm at Big Bear Cannabis. I serve all the people in the marijuana community looking for all the marijuana news and information. I hope to be your insider source for all things cannabis. I have over 20 years of hands-on experience with marijuana, and actually it ended up helping me open a family farm up in Washington State, got licensed to grow marijuana up in Washington. So definitely have lots of experience. I'm currently working at a massive multi-million-dollar marijuana grow operation here in Las Vegas as well. So let's jump into it. What do you say? So how to reframe the marijuana conversation? And it's important to understand that when you're talking to someone that is anti-marijuana, that they're most likely just ill-informed. The propaganda that was put around marijuana has been incredibly powerful. Our government was deeply behind it. There was a number of corporations that have been deeply behind it. So let's try to do our best to talk to those people out there so that we can get around the stigma of cannabis and people don't have to be worried about talking about marijuana, smoking marijuana, and we can get the forward progress that we need. I'd love to see some cannabis cafes. Shades Hayes, what's good, buddy? How you doing, Shades? Appreciate you joining me, man. So I'd love to see some cannabis cafes pop up, and I think it's going to take a lot of people stepping up and making sure that we're talking to our representatives and letting them know that that's what we want. Katie Man 28, thank you for joining as well. And if I didn't have a chance to say anyone that hopped in, I appreciate you stopping by. So first, the first thing, the Ganja Mom, what's good? Thank you for joining. So the first thing that I would say is I would talk about the fact that marijuana is safer, right? The World Health Organization reported that over 3.3 million people died worldwide in 2012. From alcohol consumption. That's a staggering number. 3.3 million people died from alcohol consumption in 2012, according to the World Health Organization. 88,000 people die per year here in the United States alone from alcohol-related deaths, whether that's liver failure, some sort of liver cancer, accidents related to alcohol consumption. And those type of things, that just doesn't happen with marijuana. That's one of the first great things to say is, hey, marijuana is safer, right? Cigarettes in the United States alone kills almost 500,000 people. 480,000 people per year die from smoking cigarettes. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's my first ear comment that I've received, so I appreciate that. Nope, what's good? And I think I saw Nicole in Texas hop in here as well. So double A, thank you for swiping and inviting. I appreciate that. So heroin and cocaine killed over 16,000 people alone in 2014. So that's just the examples of pharmaceuticals, alcohol, cigarettes. These things are far more dangerous than marijuana. The next thing that most often weed needs to be legal in Texas, and there's some forward progress that I've heard has been making way in Texas. So let's talk about the gateway myth. A lot of people talk about how marijuana is a gateway drug. It is super dangerous. If you're smoking marijuana, you're going to end up doing cocaine or heroin. Cassie, what's good? Thank you for joining. Lies, 100% lies. There are far more factors related to economic, far more factors relating to alcohol consumption, cigarette consumption, that will lead people to harder drug use. And the number one cause of the biggest gateway drug is prohibition itself. Let me explain. When you go to a marijuana dealer, a street dealer, there's plenty of those guys that what they're doing is they're supporting their family with selling drugs. Oh, Will, thank you for joining, brother. Cigarettes. I mean, how many people have you talked to that the first thing, me personally, the first drug I ever tried was cigarettes. I tried cigarettes when I was at a very, very young age. And, that was my first experience with any type of substance. But prohibition is the number one cause of hard drug use. And that's because when you go to a dealer, usually that dealer isn't really going to care if he sells you cocaine or heroin. And if he can make more money off of you, give me 2 seconds and ask that question once I finish this sentence here and ask away. Once you buy that marijuana from him, if he can make more money off of you selling heroin or cocaine to you, then maybe he'd say to a young person, someone that's 17, 16, that's very impressionable, you like getting high, you like this marijuana stuff, hey, try this heroin, or you like getting high, this cocaine will take you to the moon. You know what I mean? And so prohibition ends up being part of the cause of being a gateway drug. Prohibition is the real gateway drug. When you have a dispensary that has their license at stake, they're not going to sell to someone that's underage. So another one of the big comments is, oh, but the kids will have more access to marijuana then. And that's just not true either. A lot of states that have legal marijuana have seen slight decreases in teen use. Some of them have seen fairly large decreases in teen use. Okay, somebody had a question. Ask away with your question. I'm going to wait for about 10 seconds and see if you still have it there. And really, ultimately, marijuana is more than just getting high. And the products are regulated as well, absolutely. So you have safer products because they are regulated. On the giveaway. Oh, okay, what's up with the giveaway? Go for it. If you guys don't already know, I give away pieces of glass, t-shirts, and gift cards, and all kinds of fun stuff on my website, bigbearcannabis.com. So make sure to go check that out. I'd love for you guys to win a piece of glass. That the new giveaway should be going up here in the next couple days. Dank Kush. And in fact, I'm doing a Facebook-only giveaway where I'm giving away an O-Pin t-shirt and an O-Pin battery. So if you guys go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/BigBearCanna, because Facebook, you can't say cannabis in your name. Where do I sign up and does it ship anywhere? Yes, so I will ship you whatever you win. And you can sign up at bigbear.com/QOTM, and it's giveaway random. Yes, it is. So I use a system called Rafflecopter. I know that there's a lot of times where people are like, oh, we're gonna do this giveaway. And you're like, well, who did you really give anything away to? So I let you guys know who I'm giving stuff away to. There's people that are frequently in here. I don't think Tony's in here tonight, but Tony's won stuff. Keno Green has won stuff. I had one guy that won a pipe and a t-shirt. He won a t-shirt and then a pipe consecutive months. That's the question of the month giveaway. So you can go there and check out that question of the month, and then you leave a comment. The June one is not quite up yet. I do apologize about that. I always say it'll be up tomorrow, and then it's not up for another week. So hopefully that won't be the case this time. Should be up in the next couple days, but we'll see. Next time, this for July, I'm going to have it before it even does. How do you win giveaways? So you comment on the blog, bigbearcannabis.com/QOTM. You make a comment on the blog, and that's the way to do that. Next, I'd love to win a nice piece of glass. Yeah, and this is the piece from last month. This was one from Austin. Austin won this piece of glass. So he's got to get back to me for him to claim this piece of glass. Make sure you're leaving a good email so that I can email you and you guys can get back to me and I can ship you this glass. So hopefully he'll get back to me, and if not, I guess I'll have to find another way to give out that piece of glass. Yes, it's a beautiful Sherlock, and I definitely give away really sweet pieces of glass. So I definitely want to keep some nice pieces of glass in the inventory. So anyway, let's go. Let's keep moving on here. So marijuana is more than just getting high, right? Right. If marijuana is more than just about getting high. There's a difference between marijuana and hemp. So people talk about cannabis with a C, cannabis. Cannabis is marijuana and hemp. It is the overall genus species of the plant. And then you have marijuana and you have hemp. Marijuana is bred for high THC almost all the time. Like 98% of marijuana is bred for high THC. That's the stuff that's going to make you feel euphoric, make you feel high. Hemp, hemp does not have those same effects, right? You're not. There's really, really, really low THC to almost the point of being no THC in hemp. Usually less than 0.3% THC. You would have to smoke a telephone-sized pole of hemp to actually get high, and you'd feel high before that just from smoke oxygen deprivation from inhaling so much smoke. So hemp has literally thousands of uses, from textiles to fuel to plastics to food to just a number of different things. So and more importantly, it doesn't get you high. And notice though that our government didn't make marijuana illegal, it made cannabis illegal. And that's paper, 100% paper. Paper's a really, really we could entirely replace forests as far as, we would never have to cut down another tree for paper if we would legalize hemp in just a few states. So, and there's definitely progress being made. Colorado's the #1 place to grow hemp right now. Literally, you can walk into the Department of Agriculture in Colorado, pay them a $250 fee and $5 an acre, and grow as much hemp as you want. So, definitely some forward progress to be made. But hempcrete, almost any plastic, yeah, absolutely, thousands of uses, right? So let's talk about CBD. I'm sure you guys have probably heard about CBD by now, and there are a countless amount of children whose lives have literally been saved from cannabis. I've seen a countless amount of videos of children who are going from 3 to 100 seizures a day. I'm talking, a seizure every 30 seconds or something ridiculous like that, like the extreme cases of like Charlotte Fig, and how CBD, they will video that progress over a matter of months, and you'll see that child going from hundreds of seizures a month to, 1 or 2 seizures a month, and sometimes even less than that. So CBD, I heard, I need to remember this guy's name, but there's a doctor who is deeply studying cannabis. Glitterbong, thank you for joining. And thank you guys for tapping the screen. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for doing that for me. I do appreciate it. So this doctor said CBD is like the orchestrator. He's the conductor of your brain, right? The CBD gets in there and he says, "Oh, we need some more of you over here, but we need less of you over there. Tone that down a little bit. We need to bring this up. Come on, up here, down over there. All right." And he's conducting, and he's helping to keep your body in homeostasis. CBD helps to keep your body in homeostasis, meaning it helps to keep your body in balance and keep you healthy. Mr. Bryce 253, thank you for joining me. CBD is something that also will not make you high. So there's so many benefits outside of marijuana being legal that will not get you high. So even if someone, thank you for sharing on Twitter. Thank you for inviting your followers, Mr. Bryce. I do appreciate it. So marijuana is not just about getting high, and we really need to reframe that conversation, and we need to get marijuana to become a legal substance, and if nothing else, hemp even sooner than that, hopefully. Unfortunately, Erica, thank you for inviting followers. I do appreciate it. Oh, so much, man, so much, always. Make sure to check out the replay. If you didn't get to catch the first part, we had some good information in there. So that's really all I've got today. Hopefully, you're going to see more forward progress. Thank you, Erica. I do appreciate it. Dabnab, thank you for stopping in. We're going to see more forward progress. 2016 is a massive year for marijuana. We're going to see, Jesus, as you can't, but so much. It's sad seeing that, heartbroken. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Will, it's to see people. I've heard so many stories from people. I get stories from people all the time on Twitter that reach out to me. There's people already doing it. There's people building those hemp houses, and they talk about how marijuana or hemp or CBD has saved their life. iBlaze Lounge, what's good? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you so much. So if you're not already, please go to bigbearcannabis.com. Shoot me your email address. I want to make sure that you guys have the most important news information from the marijuana community. I always want to be sharing the most relevant news sources, and I hope to be your insider source for all things marijuana news. I'm at Big Bear Cannabis. Does anybody have any questions while we smoke a bowl? Anybody want to smoke a bowl with me? This is my bong Jelly Bob. Jelly Bob. Green hearts. Sassy, I love you and your green hearts. I appreciate it. Sassy is always breaking 1,000 hearts. She comes in here, gives me 1,000 hearts, and dips out. I much appreciate her. She's really funny, too. I actually really like her feed. We can all about that site. We can add any info about that side if it helps. Oh, thank you, iBlaze. I appreciate that, man. Always good to educate. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Trying to bring the marijuana information to the people. Give the people what they want. Super funny feed. If you're not already, make sure. Smoking a joint. Do you know when Georgia is going to legalize marijuana? No real forward progress in Georgia. I believe you guys have CBD laws that are being voted on this summer into this fall. It's a CBD only law as far as I understand, but it's hard to keep track of all 50 states, and sometimes that gets a little bit blah. So as my phone, I apparently confused my phone when I did that, and it was like, I know I'm standing up, but I'm going to go to landscape anyway because you're doing something weird. So Georgia, I believe, does have some CBD-only laws that are being looked at right now. So how long will they be to legalize? Oof, that's a tough question. I think that there's going to be some states, much like alcohol prohibition, right? Yeah, it might be time. You might head south to Florida, though. Florida's going to be legalizing almost certainly this year. So for medical, anyway. Arizona had one initiative go down due to not enough signatures. So Arizona, as far as I understand, is going to be voting this year. And Arizona is one of the only states where it's kind of like, I don't know if it's going to happen in Arizona. I think the normal has good info on state laws. Yes, if you need any laws on, if you really want to get deep into the laws, and normally where I go to look for the laws is all on normal, NOMRL. Those guys have been around forever. They've been trying to fight for pro-cannabis laws for a long time. So if you guys ever need any information, normal is a great resource. Absolutely. I found it interesting that, yes, NORML, correct. I found it interesting that when I was doing some research recently about prohibition and the similarities between alcohol prohibition and marijuana prohibition, and I was interested to see that there was, what state? I think it was Utah, didn't end alcohol prohibition until like 1964. So how long is it going to take some states to come around to marijuana? I don't think it's going to take 30 years, but I don't think that it's going to be overnight. Obviously, 2016 is going to be a domino year. Sad, I know. Yeah, sad. Really sad. You guys, actually in Utah, you have a CBD only law, don't you, in Utah? That just got passed last year or something like that. There was a lady that had, they're doing a ballot initiative in where? Ballot initiative where? There's like 6 or 7 states, maybe 8 states. I think it's 6 or 7 states that have ballot initiatives for either medical or recreational. The big ones being Nevada, California, Arizona, Michigan, Florida, Massachusetts. And I think Louisiana just passed some stuff. Do you guys have a ballot? Ooh, Arkansas. Yes, Arkansas is. They look like Michigan is voting for recreational. Yes. And I don't know if they have enough of the initiatives, but that looks like, Massachusetts is definitely on the ballot. Arkansas, it has a very small grassroots, legal for medical in Massachusetts already, and Michigan. I'm not sure which one you meant, but Arkansas has put enough signatures together to get legal marijuana on the ballot initiative. Yeah, there's a ballot initiative in Arkansas for marijuana. So, and it actually looks, I've heard some really positive things about what's happening in Arkansas. It's a very small grassroots. There's zero corporate dollars coming in there, and it's all. Do you think Michigan will pass for recreational? There's still a fair amount of opposition in Michigan. I know that the DEA came in with help sadly from the state of Michigan, and they busted a number of dispensaries. I want to say this was a month and a half, 2 months ago. Half the states have medical. So 24, soon to be 25, when Pennsylvania's law is signed, will have medical marijuana laws. And a number of those have some sort of established dispensary system as well. So yes, we'll shortly have 25 states, and it's soon going to be more than half. And with a number of, we'll have, for recreational this year, we're going to have the big 4 already: Colorado, Washington, Oregon, Alaska. We're going to add California, Nevada, almost certainly, looks really, 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 really good in Massachusetts. Florida is also looking, well, that's for medical, for the expansion of medical anyway. You think Louisiana was 25? I think Louisiana was 25. I didn't know that. I know that Louisiana has made some forward progress. In fact, Louisiana has the highest in the country amount of ounces that you can have before it turns to a felony. Like, okay, in Louisiana, it's 960 ounces of marijuana until it is a felony charge. In Washington State, a state that allows for full adult use recreational marijuana, if you have 1.41 ounces, less than an ounce and a half of marijuana, that's a felony charge. I'm still blown away by that. Yeah, 960 ounces. So what, like 50 pounds or 40 pounds or something? Unless you have more than 40 pounds, you're not going to get a felony in Louisiana. Whereas if you have one fucking tenth of a pound of, less than a tenth of a pound of marijuana in Washington, you're getting a felony. Kansas, in Arizona is another great example. In Arizona, any amount of possession, a gram of marijuana in Arizona is a felony. Now, it's lower classification. You're not going to be spending as much time in jail. The minimum mandatory sentence for even a gram is like 4 months in jail. But still, could you imagine doing 4 months in jail for a gram of marijuana? And they have medical marijuana in Arizona. That's what's baffling to me, is if you don't have your marijuana card in Arizona, you're fucking up. You need to go talk about ancient. I mean, just these really regressive laws. It's really absolutely ridiculous. So, but let's smoke a bowl. What do you say? Hopefully I can find a lighter and a pipe. Well, I mean a lighter. Where do I have a lighter in here? Yes! Lighter! This one is from Bloom Dispensaries. Terratech. Yes. Let's see. Looking for that Agent Orange. Super Lumen Haze. Nope. Agent Orange. Where are you? No. I guess I'm not going to smoke Agent Orange because I can't find it. They need to change the be written as well the laws. That is, yeah, they need to definitely be moving on the laws. We need to, again. I think this really comes down to the people. This really comes down to you and I calling Congress, which I do quite frequently, calling your representatives and saying, hey, this needs to change. The people have come to together to change it. Absolutely, man, just what I was saying. The people are coming together to get all these laws changed, for sure. So this is from Oasis Cannabis. I actually did a tour of these guys up in Washington. They're out of Bellingham. Small grow, 2,000 square feet. It does come down to all of us, you know what I mean? If you're a fan, I'm not shy about telling you that I am a huge supporter of Bernie Sanders. And if you're a fan of marijuana, the number one candidate for marijuana is Bernie Sanders. That's absolutely, he could be anti-marijuana, and I would almost certainly still support him. I am a huge Bernie Sanders fan. So if you want to see, if Bernie Sanders wins California, he could be the nominee. I mean, if there was an article that, I don't know, maybe I'm being hopeful, Gary Johnson, if I might vote Gary Johnson if I don't write in Bernie, if Bernie doesn't get it. Feel the burn, baby, feel the burn. Yeah, I couldn't be much more of a Bernie Sanders fan, absolutely. So, phone bank, call people. Get on. There's a easy phone bank system. They give you all of the dialogue, easy stuff to say and do. They give you essentially a script. Burn one for Bernie, baby. They give you a script that you just follow, and you talk to people and talk about why they should vote for Bernie. I mean, you don't even talk about why they should vote for Bernie. You ask if they're a Bernie supporter, and then you give them the information they need to do that, to get out and vote, because we need people to get out there and vote. No, it was just 5K. 5K. So Sassy didn't go 1K this time. She's going straight over the top, going 5K hearts. No. I appreciate you, Sassy. I do. I really do. Thank you so much for always being here. Hi. About to be. Speaking of which, what do you say we get into it? Cheers, everybody. You know, this has kind of a funky taste to it. Not my favorite taste that I've had in a while, but oh, hey guys, so real quick question for y'all out there. I was thinking about putting together like a marijuana 101 course. I love saying that anyway. Marijuana 101. So I want to put together a marijuana 101 course. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Would anybody out there want to take that course? You know, be focused on. I didn't know it counted over 500 arts. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to put together like a marijuana 101 course and go through like the history, the difference between indica and sativa, how it can help you medically, and who could benefit from cannabis, and knowing about all the most common terpenes and that type of thing. So I'll have to work on that a little bit more, and maybe I'll get it out soon. So I love you all for joining me. Thank you so much. I'm going to finish up this bowl here. Cheers, everybody. Well, I'd appreciate that, Will. Thank you. So I registered. When's the next giveaway? So the next giveaway should be up in the next couple days. Make sure you leave me your email. I'm actually going to do an email once it goes out this time so that everyone on the email list can make sure that you have an opportunity to join. So make sure you follow me and whitelist at Big Bear Cannabis. Just don't get tendinitis on my behalf, folks. I appreciate the hearts, but I don't want anybody to get tendinitis. So again, make sure you go into bigbearcannabis.com. Where is it at? Here it is. bigbearcannabis.com, bigbearcannabis.tv. Just leave it on the site. So it'll be under bigbearcannabis.com/QOTM, and that stands for Question of the Month. Question of the Month is not on Facebook. There's a separate Facebook giveaway. If you go to facebook.com/bigbearcanna and you go sign up, like my page there on Facebook, you'll be entered to win. Make sure you go to the giveaways tab and collect that you like and follow me. And even if you're already liking and following my page, you can still just go to the giveaways and tap that you're following Big Bear Cannabis. And if you do that, then you're entered to win. Make sure you go to that little widget though and type that you're I did it. I'm following Big Bear Cannabis. And then once you do that, and then if you want to get some more entries into that giveaway for the open battery or the open t-shirt, then make sure you share it on Twitter and you get 5 extra entries. Okay, I'll talk to you here soon, Will, for sure. And then on all of the social media outlets, love my open. Yeah, they're nice batteries for sure. And there's the Sassy won something too. I completely forgot to say that earlier. Sassy's here all the time. She was here earlier and she won something as well. So I'm at Big Bear Cannabis, you guys. Much love to you all. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm out.